Welcome to Negosyente, ang programang naghahatid sa inyo ng inspirasyon at kaalaman tungkol sa pagninegosyo. Huling episode for this season at nais naming magpasalamat sa lahat ng sumusubaybay sa programang ito all these weeks. Espesyal ang mga kwentong hinanda namin para sa final episode na to, kaya tutok lang. Ito si Rhoda Castro Kaliwara, your resident Pinay entrepreneur. At ito ang Negosyente. We've been following Usapang Babae dito sa Negosyente. Lahat ng mga nakakausap namin ay matatag at determinado. And today's special guest is a woman of courage battling stage 4 cancer. Yet, graciously allow us to speak with her about her journey. The very brave Wendy Chua.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for inviting me over.
Like I told you earlier, off-cam, no, na naka-reserve itong last episode ng Season 4 for extraordinary people just like you. At bago natin pag-usapan ang Big C, okay, we'd like to know more about you. The mom, the wife, and executive ng isang malaking kumpanya.
I'm a mom to a 19-year-old daughter when cancer struck. She left for vacation and then school also, no, in Vancouver,
Okay.
abroad. Kasi nga, of course, I cannot fly with her for her to settle down and while I'm doing my treatment. She's home right now for a summer break, and fortunately, I will be able to fly back with her itong August. I still continue my work with Goldilocks. The management naman was very nice as well.
Pag-usapan natin ang iyong pinagdadaanan. When and how did you find out? Ano yung initial reaction mo?
I was really scared and kind of angry. Both my parents kasi were also cancer patient. My dad passed away. My mom naman is a cancer survivor. So syempre, you'll never thought na you'll get it also. But again, at the back of your mind, there's also that possibility because it's genes, I guess. No? I was also thinking kind of ahead, will this affect my daughter later on? This was in late 2022, December, when I did my further tests. Nag-pile up na lang because initially you just thought it's only one area that was affected. Nadagdagan siya. It was not just one area, it metastasized already. Wala akong ginawa kundi to cry for about a week. I asked for referrals. We went through the process of interviewing doctors, finally deciding to go for surgery and then the treatment.
Nung nalaman mo, nagbago ba yung lifestyle? Pagkain siguro, no? At saka,
Even though the doctor said it's okay to eat anything in moderation, but again, I work for a very sweet company. So, and then I also love dessert. I have to avoid sugar intake, but again, I don't want to have a miserable life. I still take my ice cream, rewarding myself once in a while, especially during treatment when you get so tired and sad sometimes. So, yeah, you get a scoop, half a pint. Hindi naman the whole pint, no? Yeah.
looking
of
at
ice
you,
cream.
listening to you, masasabi ko na napaka-positive yung outlook mo. Saan nanggagaling? What keeps you upbeat and positive?
It's really the life because I am still alive. It's okay. I'm not saying every day I'm happy. There were days na, especially if you're alone in your car going to work, I'm in my bathroom or in the bedroom, you're alone. You get sad. Everything comes to you at the same time. It rushes to you. Tapos you just cry, and I allow myself to cry. And then after that, I'll just think of how blessed I am despite the situation. I do have my family to live for. I have my daughter who's only 19.
At sila yung strong
Yes,
support system mo.
yes.
Yeah.
Of course, you want, as my friends would say, you need to be there for them, right? So, yun.
And for people watching us right now, ano yung pwede mong maibigay at ma-share? Lalo na yung mga tao na going through same.
Oh, that's hard. I'll share na lang yung what I've been through. Again, I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to kind of self-pity sa sarili in a while, but not the whole time.
Yes.
Because you have to get up and do stuff again to keep yourself busy. I pray. I continuously pray. I'm not like a devout Catholic, but prayer helps me as well. Especially if naiinis ka na frustrate ka na, and things are not going your way, you say a little prayer. And after that also, I will listen to my playlist just to keep myself happy as well. I don't dance, but in my mind, I try to dance just to keep myself happy also. I always look forward to having lunch and dinner with my friends, with my family. Because during treatment, I don't get the appetite.
Wendy, what is your day like?
Okay, normal day is, of course, you wake up, I have breakfast, I have to take all the supplements I'm supposed to take, go to work, check on my husband and daughter, like that, attend meetings. Usually on a Friday, I take na my cancer treatment. So weekends will be kind of off na. Prior to cancer, I would do twice or thrice a week Pilates. But now it's just once every 2 weeks or so.
Pero same routine pa rin.
Para ka lang nag-Pilates 101 ulit. So it's like
oo.
very basic. But I still try to keep myself strong. Otherwise, it's really hard. And then go home, have dinner. Either that or I go out with friends if I can, or family.
Kapag nalampasan mo to, what do you think ang una mong gagawin?
I'll do a Thanksgiving Mass with my whole family and all the friends who've been really supporting me, saying prayers on my behalf as well. And then spend some time with the family, either here or outside. Like travel. I do love traveling and eating. And I'll finally have my sashimi. Because I'm
Because
not
you're not
allowed to eat
allowed.
raw food, no?
You're not allowed nga pala, yes.
Yeah,
Oo.
yeah. I know it's so babaw, but yeah.
I ask this sa lahat ng mga guests namin sa Usapang Babae. Kung meron kang bucket list, what would be on top of that list?
Really spend more time with the family. If I can like spend a month or so with my daughter in Vancouver, I don't cook, but perhaps I can start to learn how to cook also for the family. Spend extra time siguro just like staying on the beach, not to worry na something will come up because of my medical situation. So, yun. Get to swim, get to enjoy the sun.
Meron ka bang sinisisi sa mga nangyayari?
Maybe before like stress, like how I managed stress when I was younger, working, and little things na hindi mo naman kailangang isipin na maiinis ko or get mad about it. It just sometimes gets into your system. Perhaps if I can go back in time, I would not have really dwelled on it much. Yep.
At kagaya ng sinabi ko rin sa'yo kanina off-cam, no? Ngayon pa lang, sobrang na-inspire ako sa'yo at sa kwento mo. So maraming salamat for guesting on the show. And we'll stand with you in prayer
Thank you.
that God would release His healing power upon you.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless
very
you,
much.
Wendy.
Thank you.
For the past weeks, nakakwentuhan natin ang mga babaeng namamayagpag sa digital world. This week, makakapanayam natin ang isang millennial mom na TV host at vlogger. Women's Voices is brought to you by SM Supermalls.
Brought to you by SM Supermalls.
Hi, I'm Ice Martinez. I am a TV journalist. I'm also a newscaster and a TV host. I've been with the media industry for almost 12 years. And right now, I am focused with my children, my 5-year-old girl, Jasmine, and my 8 months baby boy, Orion. And I'm also a wife. I currently am also helping with my husband's business. And I will also have an upcoming show with the state government network soon. I'm a millennial mom and I find digital technology very useful for my 5-year-old Jasmine. I just give her my mobile phone or let her watch the TV when I'm busy at work. It's very convenient. And it's also educational for her, being able to be comfortable around gadgets. Just make sure that what they watch or what they use, you still have control of it, especially depends with their age. Every TV show or cartoon, I have to know what it is. I sometimes also delete certain shows or apps. So parents, my advice to you, allow your children to just be comfortable with digital technology. It's always updating, it will always be here. All we have to do is be responsible users and train our children to also be responsible users. So when I'm not busy, I take out my children, particularly Jasmine. We go out to the mall and we spend our afternoon there, especially SM, our favorite.
Brought to you by SM Supermalls.
Female entrepreneurs ang focus natin dito sa Negosyente. Pero paminsan-minsan, we want to feature visionary young men. Sa kwentong negosyo, naging hari ang dating inaaping kangkong. Paano kamo? Let's meet the Kangkong King.
I'm Frank, the CEO of Kangkong King. We pride ourselves into creating the first world-flavored crispy kangkong. Kangkong has been a classic Pinoy appetizer eh. Sa mga restaurant natin dito sa Philippines, maraming nagsaserve ng crispy kangkong. What we did as a company is we just innovated it a little. Nilagyan lang po namin ng konting flavor na i-inspire natin yung mga bata kumain ng gulay. Parang na-open yung eyes nila into trying, uy, ang sarap pala ng gulay, ang sarap pala ng kangkong. Yun yung nag-fuel sa amin to do this business more. Kasi who would have thought na napakasimpleng gulay, magiging ganito kasarap. Fun fact lang po, no? Most of the people hindi po alam eh. Pero yung kinakain po ni Papay, kangkong. It's water spinach. What's good about the kangkong is it's a superfood eh. It's rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, mataas siya sa fiber, pati sa iron. Vitamin A is for the skin, vitamin C sa eyesight, tapos yung mga fiber, iron natin is for the digestive system. Tsaka it's really Pinoy. We started way back 2019. Nag-start kami sa mga bazaar lang. Nagbebenta-benta kami sa mga mall. Masaya tayo kasi we export it out of the Philippines. Tsaka we get to help our local community through the business. Ang rami natin, una, farmers na nabigyan ng work from Pampanga and sa Rizal. Every time I go there siguro 3-4 times a year. Every time I go there, may handa sila sa akin. It's either they give me newborn chicken or mga native chicken or mga baboy. Kasi for them, they always say to me na, yung basura namin, sir, nagawa niyo pong pera. At ngayon, ang rami pong nagtatanim ng kangkong, hindi lang po doon, pati sa mga neighbor cities nila. Yung stems natin, we donated to our local zoo. Feeds po siya ng mga baboy, ng mga deer, ng mga rabbit. Ginagamit lang po kasi natin sa paggawa ng produkto ay yung dahon. Siyempre, sunod tayo sa lahat ng government-mandated certificates. Kumbaga, yung mga GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices, halal. Ano na rin po kami, HACCP, Hazard Analysis siya na magpapasure na sobrang safe yung food natin. And of course, FDA approved. Yun yung number 1 dapat. Kailangan kasi when you start something, lalo na yung mga small na business or bagong produkto, yan po muna yung mga i-concentrate po natin, yung mga regulations po sa government before we can start. Yung proseso naman po namin, syempre, we make sure, 101% sure na malinis po yan. Yun sa mga farm natin, wala po kaming spray dyan na pesticide. Actually, hindi pa po namin farm. Mga partner farms namin, tumitingin-tingin kami, meron kaming tao na nagche-check din doon na we make sure na yung kangkong natin free from pesticide, tsaka walang mga dumi talaga. Yung process naman, it's we clean it first, tapos we cut it, fry it, we flavor it, dry it, then we pack it, then we export it, and we sell it to local market also. Sobrang saya natin na na-invento natin to kasi marami pong na-inspire, na-motivate na gumawa rin ng parang ganitong chips. When we started 2019, iilan lang po kami. Mango chips, banana chips, Ngayon, ang rami na pong nagsilabasan and masaya tayo kasi yun, hindi lang kangkong, pati sibuyas, mga kamote, lahat na po ng mga healthy chips ngayon nauuso. One advice I can give is, of course, love your brand more than anyone else. Kasi hindi naman parating malakas yung benta mo eh. Sarili mong brand, kumbaga, ikaw mismo, hindi mo na siya ni mahal, binibigyan ng oras araw-araw. Wala talagang papansin yan. Kasi ikaw na nga may-ari, hindi mo pa siya ni mamahal eh. Consistent, everyday you put time in it, kahit everyday 30 minutes lang. Ang important is hindi mo siya nakakalimutan and araw-araw, you try to improve on aspects. Kasi ang rami natin customers, marami tayong nakikukuhang feedback. Doon sa mga feedback, doon talaga tayong makaka-improve. Nasasayangan ako sa talent ng Pinoy na kayang-kaya natin mag-export pa ng ibang product as long as we know how to market it well, brand it well, tsaka of course, sell it. Parang nahihiya tayo pag Philippine. Kaya ako, pag ito, sinasabi ko, made in the Philippines, made in the Philippines. Na-invite ako sa Singapore, sa Taiwan, nagbebenta tayo sa trade show. Sobrang proud ako kasi nagugulat sila lahat na, Philippine to. Di ba, who would expect na simpleng kangkong lang yan eh. Na nasa backyard natin lahat. Ngayon, proud tayo na meron na sa ibang bansa.
Sa syudad man o malayong probinsya, kabalikat ng ating mga kababayan ang BDO sa pagtupad ng kanilang mga pangarap. Pakinggan natin ang kwento ng isang kababayan natin na nabago ang buhay. Hatid sa inyo ng BDO.
Lahat tayo ay may pangarap. Pangarap na magandang buhay para sa sarili at para sa pamilya. Ngunit kadalasan, hindi natin alam saan magsisimula. Narito ang isang kwentong VIP, very important pangarap. Meet Sally Gesta Datugan, isang kabayan savings account holder from Bacoor, Cavite.
Dati po akong OFW, mga 5 taon po ako doon. Isa lang yung inasikaso ko kasi naghiwalay yung amo ko. Kaya ako sa amo kong lalaki. Mabait naman. Umabot din ako ng 5 years doon. Dati nagtrabaho din ako sa Saudi. Kaya sabi ko, matagal na, kailangan kong mag-business na. Kaya yun, pag-isipan ko, mag for good na. Uuwi na ako. Nalaman ko po yung Kabayan Loan kasi may tumawag sa akin na na pwede daw ako maka-avail ng loan sa BDO Network Bank. Kaya yun, in-avail ko na. Nag-loan po ako kasi kailangan dagdag ko puhunan sa negosyo ko kasi gusto ko rin madagdagan ng bigas kasi maraming naghahanap ng bigas eh. Bigas, mga damit, kahit ano-ano na lang. Kaya sabi ko, naisip ko, magandang na rin yung offer nila kasi siyempre, super dagdag puhunan yun. Laki ng in-offer sa akin ng ng BDO Network Bank. Ngayon, ang hirap ngayon na maghanap ng puhunan eh. Nung in-offer nila, siyempre grab ko na kasi laki ng super laki talaga ng ng tulong sa akin. Sa mga kabayan na gustong mag-avail ng loan, punta lang kayo sa BDO Network Bank. Maganda ang offer nila at saka mabilis ka lang nilang matulungan. Hindi ka nila pababayaan, entertain ka nila agad. Gusto mong mag-loan, automatic, punta ka doon. Mabilis lang.
Nagpapasalamat tayo sa mga sponsors natin sa Puhunan Plus, ang RCEP at si Ninang Sara. Sino kaya ang maswerteng tatanggap ng dagdag puhunan sa linggong ito? Tara, samahan niyo ako. Isa na namang maswerteng kababayan natin na taga Makati City ang makakatanggap ng dagdag puhunan this week. Tara, samahan niyo ako.
Matagal na ho kayong naglalako dito? Mga ilang buwan or taon na ho?
18 years old pa lang ako.
18 years old?
Oo, na ako ngayon, 55.
So ilang taon na yon? Matagal-tagal na.
Tagal na po.
Okay. So, ano ho ang pinakamalakas dito sa lahat ng binibenta ho ninyo? Gulay lahat. At ang ginagawa...
Kamatis, kaya wala po akong ngayong kamatis kasi mahal ang puhunan.
Pero yun ang malakas sana,
Opo.
kamatis.
Yung mga may sirang gulay, ginagahit namin po.
Magkano ho naman ang nabibenta sa araw-araw?
Nakaka 5-5, ganyan po.
Sa isang araw. So malakas din.
Nakati.
Okay, sa 5-5 ninyong benta, magkano ang puhunan ninyo doon?
For mga 4-3, ganyan po.
So meron ding mahigit 1,000 nakita. So
Kaya
maganda-ganda na rin po yun.
Oo.
Okay, Aling Sally, tatanungin kita, gusto mo ba ng dagdag puhunan?
Siyempre, gusto ko po magpuhunan.
Yung tanong ko kung gusto.
Siyempre po, kailangan ko po yan.
Ng dagdag
Kasi
puhunan.
para madagdagan yung tinda ko.
Okay, dahil pinaunlakan ninyo kami, okay, nakausapin namin kayo sa araw na to, dadagdagan natin ang puhunan ho ninyo. Okay? So, ito po, Aling Sally.
Ay, thank you, ma'am.
Para
Thank
sa
you
inyo
po.
yan.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Para sa inyo yan, ha?
Thank you po.
Okay, gusto nyong bilangin?
Ay, Huwag na lang po. Ma'am, thank you po, ma'am. Pandagdag talaga po ito sa puhunan.
Congratulations po. Pero pasalamatan natin ang mga kaibigan natin sa Rotary Club of Entrepreneurs and Professionals, RCEP. Pasalamatan ho natin sila.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you po, Lord. Talaga. Wala po akong sabi, ma'am. Naiyak ako.
So congratulations po sa inyo. Sana makatulong yan para madagdagan ang mga benta ho ninyo.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Maraming salamat po.
God bless you po, Aling Sally.
At dito nagtatapos ang Season 4 ng Negosyente. Sana marami kayong napulot na kaalaman at inspirasyon. Ito si Roda Castro Kaliwara na naniniwalang pag may negosyo, may trabaho. See you soon!